fundamentals that I've been doing since I started coaching. But I just want to instill in you guys that I think one of the most important aspects of my delivery with the kids is to help them connect and realize that I'm somebody that's trying to improve their life. Okay, so I want you guys to realize the position that you're in and the privilege that you have to ensure that some of these kids realize your level and that your expectations for them are to be productive citizens and that you have their best interests at heart. When you do that, you're gonna have their attention and they're gonna be more receptive to whatever it is you're trying to instill in them. Okay, so I know it's difficult. At the youth league level, we get ourselves immersed in favorites, or we have the stigma of daddy ball and things of that nature. If we can get over that, and you guys can learn to incorporate the whole group, because some of these kids that you're going to be coaching, they're close friends, regardless if they're your best player or not, they're going to want everybody to be treated equally. Okay. Now, with that said, the running back position in the youth league obviously is one of the most vital positions. Okay, and what I start off with at any level, whether I'm coaching youth league or whether I'm helping out a professional athlete, I start off before I even put the ball in their hands. I'm going to start off with stance, okay, and alignment, and their read drill. Okay, now stance, obviously, you want your running back to be nice and comfortable. Okay, you want their weight to be evenly distributed through their instep. Their instep is right through here. Okay, through their instep, chest up, back flat. If it's a tailback. Okay, nice and easy. I'm going to tell them to get in their stance every day. I tell them to get in their stance. Okay, that's the first thing that we do. I put them on the line. I say stance. They get in their stance and they scan the field at the same time. Okay, and they wait for the quarterback's cadence. Once the quarterback gets onto the center, then their eyes are forward. The reason why, and I'll get back to the stance in a second, the reason why I have them scan the field is because at youth league, defensive players, a lot of them aren't that disciplined. And if you have a running back that is constantly peeking in the direction that he's going, you're giving the defense an advantage, especially when he takes his initial step. Okay? So what you want him to do is start practicing the basic fundamentals and start practicing a positive habit to make sure that they're scanning the field so they can see what's going on at the point of attack. Because you, as a coach, you've already done your job with regards to helping them understand what it means to be a student in the game. On the offensive side of the ball, they should know what's going on defensively, especially up front. Okay? When I was growing up, all you heard coaches talk about was A gap, B gap, C gap. Nowadays, you want to teach your kid to know exactly what a one shade is, what a three technique is, and things of that nature, so they understand the game on this side of the ball. Once they understand the game on this side of the ball, and they understand the defense alignment's responsibility, you're going to see a very productive effort from your player. All right, but you got to teach them how to see that. So that's why I have my kids get in their stance, and then they scan the field. They scan the field on ready, set, they get their eyes forward, and they're ready to go. All right, the second thing that I talk to them about is alignment. Depending on what kind of offense you run, you want to make sure that your alignment is consistent. All right, if you run an offset, and your guys are 4 yards deep, you don't want one guy 4 yards deep and another guy 3 yards deep, because it's going to mess up the rhythm of the play. Okay, so you want these little basic fundamentals. Some people think they're obsolete, but they're extremely important, especially when it's time to set the tone for practice or for a game. All right, so you want to make sure if you're in an I formation, I like my running back 7 yards deep. If I'm in the pistol formation, I like my running back 7 yards deep. In spread formation next to the quarterback, it should be one yard outside to a half a yard behind it. Okay, the quarterback should be about 4 yards deep. Okay, so it's not putting too much pressure on your center. Okay, especially centers that aren't fully developed yet and they're not as strong. All right, so you want them about 4 yards deep, and you just want to practice stance and alignment. Boom, ready, set. You got them here. You got them scanning the field. Ready, set, and then boom. The second thing you want to start teaching your guys is steps. All right? Now, what I've noticed in my tenure as a football coach, regardless of the offense I'm in, the steps are pretty much the same. I like the open step, lead step approach. All right? If you're running a wing T, obviously you have to do some misdirectional stuff, but it's always open step, lead step. Okay? The reason why you want to go open step, lead step, let me move back a second. Let me move back a second. Some of you guys play with fullbacks, right? All right. The tailback is here. Getting your tailback stance. Stance is here, weights evenly distributed through his instep. He's nice and comfortable. He's not leaning forward to get you an offside penalty or get him to the point of attack before he needs to be there, because running backs nowadays need to be patient so what? The play can develop, right? You want the play to develop. If you trust in your blocking scheme, you want to practice it every day, get your running backs and linemen together, and allow the play to develop. Now, if you have a fullback, I personally like my fullbacks in a nice athletic position. Again, weight distributed through the instep, but now I'm slunched over a little bit more, so he can see what's going on. He can see what's going on. A lot of offensive coordinators and running back coaches are stuck in their old ways with regards to the three-point stance. The three-point stance for guys that don't have loose hips, flexible hips, it's a very uncomfortable position. Okay, not only is it an uncomfortable position, you have to take into account that they have helmets and shoulder pads on. And you want them to see what's going on at the point of attack. Why? Because the defenses are a lot more crafty nowadays. They move. So if you got your guy just running to a point and they're attacking that point and they're not making any type of adjustment or reaction at the point of attack, you're putting them at a disadvantage. I personally don't like the three-point stance, but if you're going to get in the three-point stance, you'll see a lot of colleges and a lot of pros. They get their guys in a nice flat back athletic position, weight distributed on their heels, where they can just kind of swipe the ground, or they'll sit down like this. This is why I don't like this position though, because when the quarterback says hut, where am I going forward or am I going up? I'm going straight up. Now, once my biomechanics, naturally the way the bodies function, it shoots me straight up. You're asking me to do what? Get back where? Athletic position, right? It's not advantageous to the movement for the running back. You're putting them at a disadvantage. Okay, LSU does a lot of this right here. But they have exceptional athletes. But those guys are very loose in the hip and they're extremely explosive. All right? The last thing you definitely don't want to do this. Okay, you don't want to put your fullback in this type of position here. Make sure that you're correcting that immediately. Personally though, if it's me, I'm putting my fullback in a nice 2-point stance, okay, whether I'm offset or whether I'm here, or even if I'm up here in the box. Why? Because it's my responsibility as a fullback more times than not is who? Linebacker, right? My responsibility as a linebacker, then I need to be in a better position to go and seek out that linebacker. And I need to be under control with a nice wide base in a good athletic position, ready to approach contact. Now, the next thing you want to do is make sure you're doing your steps. Open step, lead step. Okay, we do a lot of open step, lead step drills. Okay, ready. Okay, he's gonna go nice and slow, we're gonna go lead. Okay, he's gonna go, just do your step. Ready, set, hut, open step, lead step, stop. Okay, notice, he opened to the play call side. Okay, he's opening to the play call side. Now the defense kind of knows what's going on. All right, now, once he takes his open step, lead step, and he realizes the direction, or he dictates the direction that he's heading in, which should be right in the inside step of right in the inner shade of your guard. All right, because who's he reading on this? He's going to read the 3 technique. All right, guys, don't get caught up in your running backs reading the 1 technique. Okay, if you have a 1 tech or a shade, if they're in a 50 defense and then you have a 5, they're still better off reading this 5 because of the way the defense is aligned. Because you have somebody else outside, a stand-up backer or a defensive end. All right? So he's going to work his steps. The reason why you want to work his steps is stand in front of him because you want to watch his eyes. All right? You want, if you're able, which most of you guys may not be, you play quarterback. If you have a quarterback and a running back, this is a good drill to do with your quarterback and running back. Make sure that they got the proper mesh point going. A lot of coaches, they don't work on that enough. They get fumbling in the backfield, and then they get upset with the running back quarterback because you guys didn't rep it enough. Okay, so make sure you rep it. That mesh point is crucial. Not only for the quarterback to make sure that he has a safe and secure exchange and to do whatever he needs to do after the exchange, but for the running back to make sure that he's giving him a nice pocket, open palm, okay? He's giving him a nice target because the running back's eyes should be where? Upfield on his read, not on the quarterback. But you make sure that you stay in this drill so you're watching your running back. Because if your running back is watching the quarterback, which 99% of running backs do, from the team to the youth, they all do it. So you have to constantly remind them, get your eyes upfield. Get your eyes on the point of attack, okay? He has to trust that that ball is going to be secure, he's gonna make sure that he's reading his 3 technique. Okay, as he reads his 3 technique. His 3 technique is gonna do what? By alignment, what is he responsible for right now? He's responsible for this gap right now by alignment, right? However, they have stunts and things change. But we're gonna go through the base alignment. Now, as he approaches that 3 technique, he's gonna read him. Ready, set hook. Open step, lead step. Stop. Notice how he's attacking that upfield shoulder. The reason why he's attacking that upfield shoulder is making this block easier for him so they can double up to the next backer, the outside backer. Okay, this inside backer is going to scrape. And when he sees the running back's progression, he's going to scrape this way. Okay, and once he scrapes this way, the running back is going to press the point of attack with the fullback. Okay, so we're both going to press the point of attack as long as we can. He's going to fight for position. Okay, now we're cutting it up here. He should be in that position, and he should be here. He should be having a clearing right here. Okay, the other side of that. This is why I told you that this is beneficial to any offense that you run. Okay. Now, coach, you're going to stun inside. Once he stuns inside, coach, you're going to go outside because that's your responsibility. All right? That's going to be your first step. Your first step, reset's going to be outside. But once you read my progression and you see me pushing the point of attack here, you're going to come inside, right? Okay. Just for 1 step. Ready. Set, hook, open step, lead step. Now, stop. Now notice, look at his progression. It's a little tighter because now he's trying to cross face and he's responsible for this gap. So he's going to push this point of attack as long as he can. All right, why do you want to do that? Because you want the defense to collapse. You want to give the impression or the illusion that he's going to try to hit this inside again. Okay, once he does that, the fullback is going to retract his route. Okay, he's going to readjust. All right, so once he's blocked inside, now the fullback's here. Now he's coming outside. Now the fullback's nice and tight here. Okay, remember, these guys have already doubled up to the backer. He doesn't have to do much doubling because he took himself out of the play. So all this guy has to do is punch and go up to the backer. Okay. Now, from there, once you get your stance, once you got your alignment, once you got your reads in, and there's all kind of read drills that I can show you guys when we're done here. Okay, I'm going to go through the bag drills when you're done here for those of you that are running back coaches and you're interested. But I want to go through the most fundamental aspect, and that's ball carrying. Make sure that the running back here has a nice, a nice pocket before you even give him the ball. Okay, if he's going to the right, obviously you want to give something. You want to give your running back something that they can relate to. You want to give them something that they can relate to. All right, so you tell them specifically. Okay, if we're going to the right, make sure that right hand is down underneath your belly button. Make sure your palm is up. Your thumb is right against your chest, creasing your chest right here. Open palm, elbow up. And you slap that elbow to make sure that elbow's up. Why do you want that elbow? How many of you guys have been in games and say, hey, coach, man, his elbow hit the ball. His elbow hit the ball. Because they got lazy. Because you weren't doing this. You put the ball in his hand before it was time to do anything else. Okay, show me your pocket. Elbow up, elbow up, elbow up. Now I'll do all that in this drill right here. Stance, ready. I know you see his alignment. Set, hut, open step, lead step. Where's your pocket? There, stop. All that, you're gonna get all that in this drill right here. Okay, now, once you see this, now you have 2 things to correct. Where are his eyes? On the quarterback. Where's his elbow? Down. So hey, eyes up, elbow up. Eyes up, elbow up. Look at your read. That's your read. Now, guys, we went through the read. It's no different for perimeter plays. All right, this is an inside play. Okay, this is an off-tackle play. Perimeter plays. I don't care if it's tough. You make sure. All right, go back. You make sure that your running back is reading the defensive end. All right, defensive end in youth leagues, more times than not in youth leagues, they're really good players. All right, stand behind him, Jordan. We can go that way, stand behind him. Right here. All right, they're good players. So say that he's going to go toss to the left. All right, on the defensive end. He's reading me. He's reading the defensive end. Take your toss. Ready, sir. Right? Okay, boom. Open, stop. He's reading me. All right. This offensive alignment, whether it's your tight end or your tackle, is going to try to reach me. Okay? If he's not, and he's going to have a hard time because this guy's probably athletic. So he's going to fight for contain because you've been teaching this guy, get contained, get contained. All right, don't let anything outside of you. So he's going to fight for contain. As he fights for contain, guys, running backs, give him contain. And give the defense contain too. Okay? As he runs, you push that point of attack, you stretch that field as far as you can. Okay? Keep going. You stretch the field. As he stretches the field, I'm coming. Stop. Now what's the rest of the defense doing? They're coming too. Now you need to teach this guy to plant his foot in the ground and get north and south. Okay, the drills that I'm going to show you over here is not only going to teach you to get north and south, but it's going to teach you to push the point of attack here, get a field, and boom, and boom. And then circulate the field. You got to teach him how to circle the field. You can teach a running back vision, and you can teach a running back. When we were growing up, what they always say, you can't teach a running back anything. That's a lie. You can teach a running back how to press the point of attack. You can teach a running back how to approach a point of attack, and you can teach a running back how to break a defender down. You can teach a running back that. Okay, so don't let anybody fool you now. Go back. Okay, so now you got all that type of stuff in place. You want to start working on ball security now. Blocking and ball security are the two most base, fundamental, and most imperative aspects of running back. You already know they're going to run the ball. You know they're going to tote the ball and run somebody over. All right, but will they block for your quarterback? Will they block for each other? Will they go downfield and block for the receiver? So you got to teach them how to have an attitude. You got to teach them how to have a sense of urgency. You got to teach them how to have love and pride in their teammates. And how do you do that? By inspiring them. Let me tell you something right now, guys. You cannot teach your guys to be competitive. I'm going to tell you that right now. You can only inspire. You cannot teach your guys how to have heart. You can only inspire. How do you inspire them? By showing them that you love them, that you care about them, that you trust them. You teach them how to have affection. You teach them how to have compassion for one another. You teach them how to be enthusiastic. You teach them how to have energy for the game. You teach them how that transitions to the game, but more importantly, you teach them how it transitions to their relationships, to their life, with their mother, with their father, with their teacher, with their siblings. Teach them that. And I guarantee you, you're going to get the product that you're looking for come game time. Okay. Now, once he has his ball in his hand, you want to work on the 5 points of pressure, which all you guys probably all heard about. All right. A lot of people talk about the 5 points of pressure being the hand, the wrist, the elbow. It's none of that. You don't have no pressure in your elbow or your wrist. That's a joint. The 5 points of pressure are in your fingertips, clutch clawed over the ball. Some coaches call this the iron claw. Okay. Right press against your forearm. Okay. Right here against your bicep, nice and secure, and then against your body, high and tight. You're comfortably securing the ball. Okay, so once they get into this position here, and you taught them how to exchange, all right, they should know how to do this. Now, when we were growing up, what did our coaches teach us to do? Carry the ball like this, right? This is not, guys. This is not biologically sound. Okay, it's not biologically sound. All right, when you're asking the kids to run through the line of scrimmage or to run through the point of attack like this, you're asking them to pick up the ball, put it over their body. Their ball should already be high and tight. The only other thing that they should have to do is this. Boom, cover it up. Cover the ball up with the other hand and start going. Okay? So, after you teach exchange, he's got the exchange, nice easy pocket. Now he's here, he has the ball covered up. Okay? Now you want to start doing wrestling drills with them. Put them together and start letting them wrestle each other for 15 to 30 seconds. Just have them wrestle each other, try to strip the ball out. Because what do you want to teach? You want to teach that mental reaction to grip the ball when danger is coming. Whether it's coming from the other side of the field or here. Okay? You want to teach them to make sure that their ball is nice and secure because they're nothing without the ball. And when they put the ball on the ground, then the whole team has a problem. So make sure that you're working these drills. I have some other fundamental ball security drills that I love called ball hog. It's a great drill that you can do with your running backs. My running backs don't fumble. All right, he may have fumbled one time last year. He was a freshman coming out of youth league. All right, he's a freshman All-American. And it wasn't because he was so talented. That's part of it. And that's a significant part of it. But he came to us very awkward, very insecure, like any other freshman would come in. But because that we said to him was coming from a good place, he was more receptive to the instruction. So he didn't want to disappoint. He wasn't afraid of doing up downs. He wasn't afraid of doing sprints after practice. His fear was disappointing the coach that he loved. All right, guys, I guess you guys have to rotate now. Listen, I'm going to be over here. So after this session is over, once they go through here, you're more than welcome to come talk to me.